book review for you guys because 2018 my number one goal was to read more books, and I thought that I could just, you know, do these types of videos to really like help you guys and encourage me to read more. So I hope you guys are excited. I have 2 books that I mentioned in my January favorites. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll link in the card section above. I mentioned these 2 books that I'll be reviewing for you guys. And also subscribe if you're not, and if you're new, then make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification down below so you'll be notified every time I upload a video, because we're super close to 400 subscribers. So I know we can do it, so definitely do that. And yeah, we can go into the video. This book is Just Fly Away by Andrew McCarthy. This book is We Should Hang Out Sometime, Embarrassingly a True Story by Josh Sunpak. So this is a memoir, and I've never really read memoirs before, but I thought I'd give this a chance. And then this book we're going to start off with first. It's more of, I would say, like a family relationship kind of book, like dealing with that whole situation. So basically the story centers around Lucy. She is a 15-year-old girl, and her life, she's always known her family to just be very close-knit, and she felt like she had a pretty good life for, you know, just an average family. And it was really crazy because her father actually had an affair that is actually, it's mentioned in the little, what do you call it, plot summary thing. So it's not like, it's not thing like I'm spoiling with you guys, so like I want to make sure I don't spoil anything, so I just want to let you guys know that. But he had a brief affair with, you know, a woman that was not her mom, and it happened actually when they're still married. So that kind of thing happened, and so basically he had a son, which is Lucy's half-brother. So she's trying to, you know, figure that whole thing out. So her life's kind of in shambles, and it's really crazy because when she was younger, even the author like depicted like this family vacation that they went on, and it's crazy because she was so close with her family. You kind of can get a sense of like how close her family was, and then towards like, you know, when she's 15, everything changes. And I really like that, you know, dynamic and like the way that the author wrote that. So it shows like, you know, this is what her life was before, and then now this is what happened. So it's really interesting to see that. So that whole thing happened, and her parents basically sat her and her sister down and told her the truth after like her mom found out after 5 years, which is crazy. So I find that the way the author writes it, and just the fact that this 15-year-old is going through so many emotions. Imagine being a 15-year-old going through this, like feeling like you've been lied to for your whole life. It's insane, and I can't even imagine it. And I'm still in my teenage years, so it's crazy, but I really resonated with this character. Not that I've ever had to deal with this, but I really enjoyed just the story, and she finds comfort in this guy that she meets, and it's just beautiful. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. At the end, I feel like it should have, I don't know, for me, I felt like the story should have had, I feel like it just ended abruptly in my opinion. I don't know if that's just me. I felt like they needed a way to conclude everything in a way that was organic and not really forced. I don't know, that's just me. But if you do read this, let me know in the comments below what you think about it. It's a pretty easy read. I would say it's like 230 pages, so I finished it in a couple of days. So yeah, that is this book. If you like that, if you like family relationship stories, then definitely like get this book or read it or try it out because it's really good. Next, we're moving on to this book, We Should Hang Out Sometime by Josh Sunpak. This is a memoir, like I said, and this book is basically about this guy. He's 25 years old. He survived cancer, which is amazing, and he actually has a fake leg, so he has a prosthesis or prosthetic leg, and he basically does a whole out like scientific investigation where he finds, like, reconnects with ex-girlfriends that he's had in the past to just kind of figure out what went wrong, because at this point in his life I feel like he just wants to know what's wrong. So like when he goes into another new relationship, he, you know, doesn't make the same mistakes or figures out just what went wrong. And I think that's really cool the way this book is written, because he's like trying to come up with all of these like evidence, and he's going through like scientific investigations. It's really cool, and he like adds like a bunch of like bar graphs and charts. It's just really like really clever in my opinion, like literally like this, like it's just so like cool, and just it's interesting and it adds things to the book, but it's really good. And it's not like something none of you can handle. Like it's like a pretty, like, even though he does like a bunch of scientific investigations, it's nothing like scientific that like no one would know. So I just really like that, and he's just so relatable. The way he writes his words, it's just so like relatable, and it's really funny because his personality is very nervous, and he's like such like a good guy that like I literally, if like I was 25, I would be like, yeah, because like he's just like such a good guy. He gets so nervous around girls, and I find it so cute. So it's really great to see like all of like the girlfriends that he's had and all the experiences, and just him being awkward. I just find it really cute. So he comes up with this whole investigation, and then at the end he compiles all of his research and evidence and compiles it into a hypothesis, and he comes up with basically what kind of happened with his relationships and why they haven't always worked out. So I really liked it, and I think the way he came up with it was honestly something that I think everybody does and everybody has gone through. So I really like the fact that it wasn't like anything cheesy, but I think it was something that was true, and I don't want to really go into it like because I don't want to spoil it, but I think the way it ended was perfect in the way that I've gone through it, and you know, stuff like that. So I really enjoyed this book. It was very funny, and it's just a great book to read, you know, when you're just chilling at home, not really knowing what to do. It's a really good book, and you can get real sucked into it because I want to know stories, and he gives a bunch of stories and stuff about these girls, and I think it's just cute. So definitely check this book out if you are into kind of like a memoir, just like a fun book to read. And yeah, I really liked it. So I think it was really great, and it is a little bit longer than the other book, but I think you guys will be totally fine. So yeah, that is this book. And that is the whole video. I hope you guys are excited for the series. If you guys want more, let me know in the comments down below so I know, or thumbs up this video because I want to do them, but I want to know your guys' input. So let me know in the comments down below, and leave me any book recommendations because I'm in a search for a new book to read. So I don't know what kind of book I want. So let me know if you guys have any recommendations. I read any type of book genre, so I'd be open to any suggestions that you guys have. With that being said, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have an awesome day. Bye.